Charity shops are great places to find first edition books, both paperbacks and hardbacks. Let's take a look at some of the stuff I found recently. Hi, I'm Tina. I buy bargain books to read and then resell. So the first few books I'm going to show you were all £1 each. This Brandon Sanderson Bands of Mourning is a hardback in pretty good condition. There's a little mark on the back, but not too bad. And let's have a look and check. And you can see here that it is a first edition. Now I would like to read this book as I haven't actually read any Brandon Sandersons yet, but this is the third book in this series, and whilst I did pick up the first book in the series from a charity shop the other day in paperback, I haven't got the second one. So I have listed this one up on eBay because it's in such good condition I don't want to damage it by reading it. And it has now sold. So I need to look out for a paperback version for my reading enjoyment. I found George R.R. Martin's A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Again, this is in really nice condition. This book contains the 3 prequel novellas to The Song of Ice and Fire: Hedge Knight, Sworn Sword and Mystery Knight. And this is the paperback first edition, but this one will be going on my to read pile. This book's got illustrations. I didn't actually realise he put illustrations in any of his books, so that's quite nice. Oh yes, you can see here it says illustrated throughout by Gary Giuliani. Interesting. I picked up Perfect by Rachel Joyce because I found another one of her books the other day in a charity shop, The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry. And I also have The Love Song of Miss Queen Hennessy, which follows on from that. But I think this book is actually a standalone, but I should still be able to bundle them all together once I've read them and sell them as a set of hers. This publication is not the first edition. That one was £1.50. Then I picked up a selection of Kathy Reichs. These were £1 each, and I've started a collection of these books, as I think I mentioned in a previous video. This one's Deadly Decisions. It's in nice condition. Death du Jour. A first edition paperback. Crossbones. I think this one is a first paperback edition. Spider Bones. Again, a first edition paperback by the look of it. And Devil Bones. That one's got a bit of creasing on the cover, but it's not too bad really. And another paperback first edition. So here's the list of the books in order. So today I've picked up books 2, 3, 8, 11 and 13 from this series of hers. And I've picked up a few of these before, so I'm building a collection, and once I've got the whole lot and read them, I shall be selling them on. So from this small little book haul from the charity shops, there is a very high number of first editions. Strange. Apologies if the lighting's not great, but it's absolutely chucking it down out there. But I really wanted to get this video made so that I can stack my books away rather than being littered all over the floor. I got 3 books that I was missing from my collections. So the first one was Charlene Harris, Dead Until Dark. If you'll remember, I picked up a few of these the other day, and this is a matching cover. And this is actually the first book in the series, which is brilliant because that means I can read the first one and check out if I like it to decide whether to read the rest. I probably will because I really like the TV show. So it would be nice to actually read the book that went with the TV show. And the next one I got in the same shop, and that was How to Train Your Dragon, How to Fight a Dragon's Fury. I've got quite a few of these How to Train Your Dragon books, but I didn't have this one. This one's in really nice condition, so that will go with the set. And once I've finished the set, I can read them. Also in that shop, I got Cassandra Clare's Clockwork Princess, the third book in the Infernal Devices trilogy. I've read them, really loved them. And I've actually sold a trilogy before, but I ended up getting another couple by mistake in a bundle. So that's why I had the 2 extras. But now at least I've got the whole trilogy to try and sell again. So hopefully they will shift soon. Next up, Alex Rider, Scorpia Rising. These are later ones in the set. I think that's book 9. It's a lovely condition actually. And also book 10, so book 9 and 10 of the Alex Rider set. I think I've only got up to about 5 or 6 at the moment. I can't remember, but I knew I didn't have the later ones, and as I said, these were in lovely condition, and they were 2 for £1, so 50p for those 2. On my way to completing that set, which is quite good. So I picked up a lovely Raymond Feast, Shadow of a Dark Queen, hardback, nice condition. Not sure if it's a first. Let me have a look. Oh, okay, and it's a first edition, which is nice. But this one probably won't go up for sale. This will be going into my collection because I collect Raymond Feast and I don't think I've got that one. I have recently watched this on Disney Plus. Now I don't know how you pronounce that, and I can't remember from the series how she pronounced it. Was it Ahsoka? I think it was Ahsoka. So yeah, Star Wars. This is an Egmont paperback, first edition, and it's the story of Ahsoka. As I say, love the TV series. Not sure if I'm going to read this one. It will have to see how quick it sells because I actually have already listed this one last night onto eBay. But we'll see, it might not sell. Now I've been looking for this book for ages. This is Kate Moss Citadel. Now I've had the first 2 of this set for absolutely ages and I've been waiting to find this third one. And I keep looking and I'm always seeing just the first 2 and never this one. So although this is a really heavy hardback, I figured I'll get it, finish my set, then I can read them. And then I realised afterwards that this is actually, I don't know if you can see that, it says a Waterstones exclusive edition, including extra chapter. And it is a first edition. Having picked that one up, my husband said, you know you're going to find it in a paperback now, don't you? And I said, yeah, but then I need a paperback to finish my other set, so we'll see. So I got it anyway, might be worth selling on its own. So, having joked that now that I'd picked up the hardback, I was going to find the paperback, literally the very next shop I went into, I found the paperback. Although it is a different style cover than the ones I've got. But yeah, that one. And then I figured, hell, why not? I keep seeing them everywhere. Let's get the first one again as well, because it was so cheap. So I got those 2. This lovely condition tarot card book, Tarot Mysteries, Rediscovering the Real Meaning of the Cards. This one is a first UK edition. It's always worth picking up any books that are kind of new age, spiritual, tarot, divination, books like that. They always sell really well. Well, I found anyway. And tarot cards as well, if you ever spot any of those while you're out and about, they sell really well. So yeah, I picked this one up basically purely for resale value, and that's already listed. So we'll have to see how that goes. I found these 2. I had these myself, but I had the paperbacks. These are 2 hardbacks. They're not first edition, I don't think. But one of them's the first edition, but by no means the first printing. It's obviously a reprint of the first style. and this one's a reprint as well. But they're in pretty good condition, and I thought they'd probably sell quite well as a set, as they're little hardbacks. So I have listed those. As I said, read these myself when I was a kid. Absolutely loved them. And when I moved house, I sold a set of these. So it's nice to see them again. Now, this was more for my own amusement and to read, and I think they've made a film of it. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I just love the cover. It made me laugh. I think it'll be fun to read. I haven't watched the film myself, but apparently they made a film. So I picked up an Artemis Fowl and the Last Guardian, because I picked up the first Artemis Fowl book a while ago and thought I should maybe start collecting those, because they probably have, as a set, they probably sell quite well. And I also picked up Thumbelina. Now, this is a hardback book. It's in really nice nick, actually. But the reason I picked this up is because I also found a Thumbelina jigsaw puzzle, and it just gave me massive nostalgia. I picked up this gorgeous book, Lady Cottington's Pressed Fairy Book. Now, I picked this up basically because I loved it. It's got beautiful artwork in of naughty squashed fairies. It's absolutely hilarious. And I just picked it up for my own interest, really, because it appealed. However, I noticed that somebody has torn loads of pages out of the back. Now, I wasn't sure first off if this was just a comedy effect for the book, you know, as part of the whole the fairies stole the pages, but then I've looked at someone else's video review on YouTube, and sure enough, I've got lots of pages missing. And it turns out that at the back of this book there were a lot of very, very rude fairies with big boobs and naughty positions and things. So either someone gave this to a kid and didn't want them to see the naughty book pictures, or somebody wanted to keep the naughty pictures. I'm not sure what it is. This was a special edition 10th anniversary, and it also came with a DVD, which was in the book, and in very good condition. It doesn't look like it's even been watched.
To catch a fairy, one simply sat with one's book open and waited for the fairy to alight upon the page. And
a fun little book. I'll have fun reading through what there is of it and looking at the pictures, and then I'll probably pass it on to my aunt, who also loves fairies and will find it really amusing as well. 2 Brent Weeks, which is numbers 1 and 2 of the Night Angel trilogy. I actually do already have these, but these were in such good condition and worked out 25p each, so I thought I'd grab them, and I've listed these 2 just on their own as a set like that on eBay. I don't know if they'll sell just as the 2, might need the 3 to sell, but I thought I'd list them and find out. I can always keep my eye open for the 3rd one to make that into a trilogy if it doesn't sell it like that. Haven't actually read them yet, have to add, but I have already got them. Not included in the 4 for £1 was this Harry Potter, which was £1 on its own. This is the special rehearsal edition, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, part 1 and 2. I don't know if this is, I don't know what edition it is. I don't know if it even matters for this type of book. First published in 2016, and then it's got the number 26, so it's probably not a first printing, but maybe the first edition style. I really just picked this up to read, to be honest. Read all the Harry Potters, have the Harry Potters, hadn't read this one, so give it a go. I think it might be a play, actually. Yes, it is. Yeah. It says the 8th story, 19 years later. Also, with these 2 in the 4 for £1, just to make them up, I picked up Trials of Apollo by Rick Riordan. He's the chap who wrote the Percy Jackson books. I've got the Percy Jackson books, I haven't read them yet. This is a different series, I think. Literally just picked it up because it wasn't in bad condition, or it is a little bit rumpled down there. Not in too bad condition, and I can always bundle it with the other Percy Jackson ones if I don't find any others to go with it. And then ignore the sticker because that was obviously from where it was first sold. Jean M. O. I don't know how you pronounce that. Ayul, The Shelters of Stone. I just like the cover on this one, to be honest. It's kind of slightly embossed. Again, it looked in nice condition. A little bit of foxing where it's been stored. But yeah, it sounds interesting because it sounds Stone Age. And I read the Michel Paver Chronicles of Ancient Darkness recently, and I love those. So I thought this might be something along the same vein, but I'll have to do a bit of investigating because I think this might be, if this is anything to go by, number 5 in the set, Earth's Children. So I'll have to look out for the others of those. But that might be one to keep for the future. And I think, yeah, that is it. So that was my haul. I think I didn't do too bad today. So that was a nice little haul with lots of first editions. If you like this video, please hit that like button and please subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. I'm off to read a book.